What's up guys, Andre here of cinemorph.com. Today with the PPS-002, it's the red snapper suit of Iron Man 3. I will show you in this video review, of course, the box packaging, and then I will try to show you some of the transformations you can make with the Mark VII figure by Hot Toys. As you can see, a first impression of the differences on the size. You've got the normal 1/6 scale figure by Hot Toys, and then on the right we've got the red snapper suit, the recent release by Hot Toys in their Iron Man 3 line. So stay tuned for a video review on this one. So actually it's quite a large box. As you can see, a big image of the red snapper suit. It's a Mark 35 it seems. And of course you've got some credits on the back as usual. And if you slide it up, there's where you can see it's like something like a shoebox styled insert there, of course. And the action figure comes in one setup, so no additional parts except the base. So that's about it for the packaging. Let's continue for the figure itself. So here we go with the red snapper suit of Hot Toys in their Iron Man 3 line. And I'm really satisfied how this product turned out. At the first moment when the promo pictures arrived, I think it was over a year ago, I think it was the first Power Pose figure that was shown. I wasn't all that keen, but after having seen some of the released Hong Kong pictures of the final product, I just thought, yeah, this looks like a cool suit, and as you know, I'm a real big fan of Iron Man, so I really had to get this figure. So we're continuing down below, and I actually wanted to show you just one accessory here, which is the base that you get with the figure. It's the red snapper called faceplate on the front, but other than that, it's nothing special here, just a flat base in a gray color. And of course, like from the Mark 42, you get this plastic rod with the metal pin which goes right between his legs. So I'll show you this afterwards. So let's continue with the figure itself. Some detail on the paint application and the actual sculpting work. So let's get first into sculpting. Again, huge masterwork by Hot Toys. It's just amazing how they really master these Iron Man pieces in terms of sculpting and paint application. All this shiny red metallic glaze, and then of course the different sculpted parts with all these little details here on the piping going on. Well, that's just magnificent. Now of course here's a new type of arc reactor. I will show you afterwards when it's lit up. If we turn for 360, again, some great details with these little vent holes here. And under this backplate is actually the LED switch for the arc reactor. And this all goes further down below into the app section with this piping. This is all not articulated, so it's a fixed stance here. That's probably, well, it's not totally aligned. I tried to move it, but that's probably because it's called the Power Pose series, so no articulation here in this part. But if you want to have him straight up, that's of course possible. Then let's continue to the thigh section. For better articulation reasons and to get a bit of safety during the articulation of the legs, you can just move these parts down so that you got a bit of more articulation space around the thigh ankles here. Here we've got the golden application on the knee pads, and there are the boots. Also they have a bit of articulation in there, not so much. So of course a significant feature of this figure is actually these claw rescue arms. I think it's called a rescue suit, so you actually get the normal fisted suit hand in there, and then it continues all down to the actual claw section of this arm, which is fully articulated. So that's quite nice, and of course there's a little LED in it I will show you afterwards. But I think the articulation is a bit limited, so I won't stress it too much, but that's about the furthest you can go with this arm. It's just a bit limited because of the piping there. So please be careful on this one. In terms of rotating upside down, it's a lot of possibility if you need it. So here another full angle of the actual articulation on both arms. As you can see, it's not that much you can do. You can't have them align totally with the shoulder alignment here, so that's about it that you can go. It's a bit more dynamic if you just bring in some variation, do it on the left or right side like this. So it's a bit static, but that's probably also because it's called the Power Pose series. Okay, I placed the figure on this plastic rod. That's that Power Pose. There's a little description of the pose in the manual that you get with the figure. So that's actually the concept of Hot Toys with these Power Pose figures, that you have to place it in a special pose with this plastic rod. And you can see, of course, that it's hovering quite nicely over the plastic base. And I also gave you some hints on the articulation of the legs. It works quite nice. There's knee articulation and of course the thigh articulation, but please be careful. It's not that cheap of a figure, so a bit of care should be taken when you pose these figures. Now I will hit up some LED switches to show you the LEDs in the claws and of course the arc reactor. So here we go. That's how this figure should look like. It's quite amazing with this new helmet sculpt going on this figure. It looks so much bulkier. It looks like a Hulkbuster suit, or a little brother of the Hulkbuster suit, and as you can see, the arc reactor is pretty shiny. It's a bright LED, a blue LED, and also they use the bright LEDs on the claws. The actual switch for the claws is on the inner side, right there. So there's a little switch that you just can deactivate and activate the LED. Nice and easy. And on the helmet, it's on the back side from the usual place you know it from the other Iron Man figures. So definitely amazing. Here a little close-up on the head sculpt, the helmet piece. Definitely something new, something totally different from the other figures you got in the Iron Man line. Definitely like it. So, and also shown on some of the promo photos is of course the transforming feature if you have the Mark VII head sculpt of Tony Stark to look like this. I'm quite happy how it turned out. Probably won't display it with this one, and I will use the default helmet. But if you want to go that way, of course you can do. It has a nice attitude, looks a bit, as I said, like a smaller brother of the Hulkbuster. Maybe we see something like a real Hulkbuster in the Avengers 2 movie. I'm definitely curious on this. And now I'll try to change the arms and put it on the Mark VII. Or maybe I can do and change the Mark VII arms on this one. So stay tuned. Okay, first status update on this one. So Mark VII body, and here's the red snapper arm, but I think you have no chance in putting this part into this. It's just no space. If you want to scratch the suit, of course you can do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. So I'll try the other way and put the Mark VII arms on the red snapper suit. Okay guys, and here's the pose with the Mark VII arms on the red snapper suit. And as you can see, it looks a bit of a cripple-like Starcraft Space Marine suit, and yeah, it just doesn't fit to the actual body. The joints snap in, it will hold in place, but it's just a little shaky here and there, and the measurements just doesn't match the huge body. So yeah, maybe somebody else will come up with a solution on the Mark VII parts or interchangeable parts from Red Snapper to Mark VII, but I think it was more of a promotion joke, so don't go for that. I will wrap this review now up, so stay tuned for a little conclusion on the red snapper. Okay guys, some final words on the red snapper suit by Hot Toys. As you can see, I've posed him with the Iron Man Mark VII suit, Tony Stark. Let's have some light on it. As you can see, the comparison of height is quite noticeable with this figure. It's a cool throw-in in the Iron Man 3 line, of course, something for the total hardcore collector on Iron Man collectibles like myself. But I think Hot Toys is just very well doing in their Iron Man 3 line. And they always find something totally new throwing into these collectibles. Even though for some collectors, of course, they look like just another Hot Toys collectible. So have a last look on the red snapper suit. I think all in all it's nearly flawless execution. There should be some minor tweaking by Hot Toys on this arm section here, because on the left arm, as you can see, that's about the most that you get out of articulation. But other than that, I think all the other stuff like the helmet, the sculpt, the armor, the paint application, and also the secondary pose that you can do with the generic base here is quite nice. So I think you can get it right now for $350 in Hong Kong, EMS shipped if you want to go it that way. Or of course you can wait and have it for about $250 if you get it from the United States or Europe. So I hope you enjoyed the video review. I will be back with the Iron Man Patriot, Iron Man 3 Patriot, Iron Patriot video review probably later this week, because it's right now shipping with FedEx from Sideshow. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.